Is there bad wine? The answer is hell yes. I think a similar question could be, is there a bad apple? The answer is yes, absolutely. There are bad apples, apples that turn brown. And so I want you to think about that the next time you buy wine. Think about where you're buying it from. Think about who that producer is. Think about the quality of what might be in that bottle. I received a question recently about, is there bad wine? The answer is hell yes. There's a lot of bad wine. You have to remember that this is an agricultural product from grapes, a fruit. I think a similar question could be, is there a bad apple? The answer is yes, absolutely. There are bad apples, apples that turn brown, apples that don't taste good, apples that don't have the right fruit acid ratio, that are either too acidic and they cause your mouth to pucker, or they're too sweet, or they're past their prime and now they're dull or oxidized. All of those same qualities, if you think about what makes a good or a bad apple, apply to the grapes that make up a wine. So, is there a bad wine? Absolutely. People often have this flippant response about, well, if you like it, if they like it, then it's okay, it must be good. And I'm here to tell you that's false. Okay? I saw this happen quite a bit when people were talking about organic or natural wines. Somehow these were better. And many of those wines, in my professional experience, are flawed wines. And flawed wines are sour. They may still be bubbling or fermenting in the bottle or glass. They certainly have off smells. Some of those smells are barnyard or mousy or acetic acid like red wine vinegar. They just are off. Those are not quality fine wines. Those are outliers. They're unusually strange wines that somehow found some consumer appeal because they were different, but I would put them in the bad category. Not all of them, just the ones that are truly flawed, the same way in the reference I gave you about the apple. You can think of the same thing about a tomato. Some people grow tomatoes in their backyard, in their home garden, and they know the perfectly ripe tomato. They have the ability to choose those tomatoes on the certain summer day when the sun beats down and the tomato is perfectly ripe and perfectly balanced between the acid and the fruit. And those are perfect tomatoes, and it makes it very hard to go back to buying grocery store tomatoes that are like baseballs, hard as a rock, or otherwise uninteresting and not very flavorful. This is the exact same analogy I give people around wine. If you're buying grocery store brands, wine that is made in large quantities in faraway places, and it is essentially this middle of the road, mediocre, uninteresting tomato. And so I want you to think about that the next time you buy wine. Think about where you're buying it from. Think about who that producer is. Think about the quality of what might be in that bottle. So too as you would think about the quality of an apple or a tomato. Cheers.